Hey guys, welcome back to our urban homestead. My name is Chelsea and it is time for our weekly garden tour. We're gonna start at the potatoes though, because I always forget the potatoes. So let's start there. I actually dug, because remember in my last garden video I said I could not wait to see how they were doing, because I'm like a control freak like that. Well, last night I pulled up a plant and I got a handful of baby potatoes, so that's exciting. I'm glad they're at least doing something. Let me turn this way, but they're all doing really good. We still have a couple months before they're ready to harvest. The potatoes I got were about that big around, so very, very excited about that. And I'm also going to talk about a couple things I am going to do different next year. Like I said, some of this area is a new growing space. So we're going to talk about what I learned and what I'm going to do different. So we're at the green stalk where we normally start. I'm actually going to turn the camera around. So the bush beans down here are really coming along. These are the Royal Burgundy bush beans, and they have all just started popping out. See, look at this bug damage. I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. And some people don't agree with my views on this, but that's okay. You don't have to. And the great thing about gardening is everyone has their own way of doing it, and there's no wrong way. So the tomatoes are doing really nicely. It's been so dry here, you guys, I can't even tell you. They're doing beautiful. But these bush beans are really starting to take off in here. All right, let's go. Oh, it's so dry. I've been watering twice a day. See, remember last time I told you that these were supposed to be forget-me-nots? Now, the flower looks like forget-me-nots, but all the forget-me-nots that I've ever known are short and like moundy. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I just love that color though. It's beautiful. Look at the bean arch. My camera looks a little dirty. These are just doing wonderfully. I've got to come and weave these. I do it every morning, but I have not done it this morning yet. So they're really starting to go crazy. Eggplants are doing good. I know you're not supposed to step in your raised bed. Sue me. This bush cucumber doesn't look like a bush. It looks like a regular vining cucumber. Oh, who knows? Starting to get a lot of, see, there it is right there. Damn cabbage moths. So I'm starting to get a lot of damage on this, although it is starting to form a nice little head, and there's an earwig in there. Awesome. I'll talk about the bug damage and what I plan to do and my controversial view on that later after we go through here. Now I've already gotten 2 zucchini plants, and if you can see, we've got quite a few more coming on. So there's 1, 2, 3. The squash vine borers are out. I have been diligently looking under the leaves every day and at the base of the stem, looking for the eggs. They're little tiny brown clusters. If I find one, I'll show you, but so far I don't see any. These onions, I think, are just about ready. See how they're all laying over? This is a bed that I got my couple little pitiful onions out of. But these onions are not ready to pull. And you can see the base is much, much larger than like these bases. Yeah, I really think these are gonna be a lot better, and next year I will just do from seed and not set. Oh, look, we got a green bean. It's a little garden snack for me. The bush beans are really coming on. Tons of little beans. Obviously I just picked one, so these are gonna be ready for dinner anytime. See, lots of them. That makes me so happy. Oh yeah, get out of the way, leaf. Yeah, see, look at them, tons of them. Awesome. Wonderful. You guys have just about given up on growing cucumbers up this ladder. So I have re-sowed 3 different times. I even put this net on, or this thingy on top of them. No such luck. Not this year anyways. There's always next year. And I have plenty of other cucumbers planted around, so it's not like I'm not. Oh, look, there it is. Do you see it? Where did it go? And that's that little son of a bitch, the squash vine borer. It's not a squash bug. A lot of people confuse squash bugs and vine borers. I'm gonna flip the camera around real quick so we can talk about that for a sec. So squash bugs are like a blackish gray bug that climb around. Those will also kill your plants. Squash vine borer, they're a beautiful bug, but they are terrible. They're about this long and they're red. They look like a red wasp almost, and their wings have like a bluish tint to them. And what they do is they go around and they lay their eggs either on the underside of your zucchini leaves or your squash leaves, and then at the base of the plant. And then in about 9 days, those little eggs hatch. They burrow into your stem and completely destroy your plant. And they are such a pain in the ass. I can't stand them. I think every gardener despises them. All right, back to the zucchini. I've got to come out here and prune this zucchini again. As you can see, it's massive. Got a couple fruits on there. Looks like 3 right now. That'll probably be ready in, I don't know, maybe a week. Eggplants, so many flowers. Unbelievable. On both of these 2 eggplants are doing much better than the ones that are over there. Another bean trellis. So you got to come in here and like train them to go where you want them to go, or you can just let them be wild. It's just harder to pick that way. But I love the bean trellises. I think they're beautiful. Oh, there's a little firefly. Hello. All right, let's come over to this newer growing area, and we'll talk about some things that I've learned and what I would do different. So as you can see, wild, but I mean, I love it, you know what I mean? So This tomato plant has not set any fruit yet. Look at this pepper though, you guys. Holy cow. I mean, that's about as big as my hand. It's not ready to pick yet because this is a chocolate bell variety. So we're gonna not pick that until it gets, I mean, you could pick it if you wanted to, but I want it to get the color that it's supposed to be. A couple other smaller bells. But look at all the tomatoes on this plant already. Absolutely marvelous. Cannot wait. Yeah, so this was supposed to be a teddy bear sunflower, and I know for a fact that it's not. One, by how tall it is. And they're only supposed to be single-headed, and this, as you can see, has heads all over it, which is okay. I love sunflowers. They're one of my favorite flowers for the garden. And then we're to this behemoth of a tomato. I mean, this thing is insane, you guys. Just nuts. It's got fruit all over it. Come on. They're all about this big right now on this particular plant. And then I've got down here tucked in another bell pepper. This one probably won't produce much because it's not getting a lot of sun because of this tomato plant. Another bell pepper here, a couple there. That jalapeno plant is producing fruit. I've picked off of it a couple times, and these two as well. I have picked some jalapenos off of. But this one got tomatoes starting to set on that. Okay, let's talk about what I am gonna do different in this area. Okay, so next year, I'm not gonna put peppers and tomatoes. I guess I just forgot exactly how big determinate variety tomatoes. Did I say potatoes earlier? I forgot just how big and bushy that these get. So what I'm gonna do is just do tomatoes all along here, and out front where the potatoes are, I'm actually gonna extend that out 3 rows, and I'm gonna do peppers in the rows there where the potatoes are now, and probably I'm probably gonna do okra and peppers in that area next year. Because as you guys can see, some of these pepper plants are just really being taken over by the tomatoes. And not only that, but I feel like it'll just give it a natural little fence. So I plan on doing nothing but tomatoes in this area next year. All right, I'll show you the couple tomato plants that are up here, and then we'll head to the back. Doing wonderful, setting fruit, looking great. All right, guys, let's head to the back. Well, as I was coming outside to the back, it like started downpouring. But it looks like it's done, and I'm not complaining because we really needed the rain. It's been so dry. All right, so let's go out and take a look at the back. It smells so good out here right now. You know, that smell of after it rains and everything's been so hot and dry, and one of my favorite smells in the world. It's like you can almost hear or smell the plants singing. Thank you. So the squash is doing good. Like I said, it's been really dry, so I've been having, my hose doesn't reach to these containers, so every day I've been having to like fill up a pitcher and water them. So that's why you see like some yellowing. But I've got One little baby there. Lots of male flowers. And then on this plant, there's one little baby right there. The cucumbers got, oh, there we go. A couple of cucumbers coming on. I'll show you what they look like on the back here, because obviously you can't really see. But they're really doing good. See how they're starting to like trail down? Hi puppies. Hi puppy kitty. Hi kitty puppy. She's mad that she can't be out here. Monster zucchini plants. See how big this one is getting since I've pruned it? Got tons and tons of baby fruit starting to set. This is that volunteer tomato. It's gotten humongous. Starting to set some flowers on it. The yellow bush beans are doing really well. I actually picked one off last night and ate one. And the same with these beans. I mean, look, I'm gonna have to come out here and start picking them. That is so exciting. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize there were that many. Oh, it makes my heart sing. Yes, love it. Look at these bush cucumbers. These have like really filled out in the past week. Yeah, that's why I'm really, I don't know about that one up front. Maybe it is a bush cucumber. I don't know. But I'm really happy the way that these are all filling out. And that's pretty exciting. More zucchini. Potatoes. I'm gonna leave them alone because like I said, I pulled up one from the front and little tiny baby new potatoes, so I'm gonna leave them alone. I'm just glad to know that they're actually growing. That is the pumpkin, and oh, there we go. All of those volunteer tomato plants. I'm not expecting them to produce, the tomato plants anyways. I know the pumpkin will, so that's pretty cool. I didn't even plant that. Oh, look. My volunteer sunflower bloomed. Oh, isn't that pretty? I just love sunflowers, you guys. Oh, this one's getting a head on it. Yeah, that's so exciting. I love it. And here in the high tunnel, you can see the peppers are starting to get large, starting to get tomatoes on the Manitoba plants. Look at all of those. That plant has a ton. Lots of extreme close-up. Sorry guys. Lots of jalapenos, quite a few peppers. That is a purple pepper that, believe it or not, it was a store-bought variety, and that was an experiment to see if it would grow, and it looks like it is, so cool. More peppers. And my swim floaty. All right, I'm gonna show you how the cucumbers are doing. See how they're starting to trail over, and there are quite a few little baby cukes on that, so that is nice. All right, I'm gonna change my shoes and we'll head on down to the wild tomato garden. All right, now when I said the wild tomato garden, I wasn't kidding you guys. I'm not pruning or anything. I did start pruning these tomatoes, but I'm not. I'm just occasionally coming here and like, this is that orange accordion tomato. I should probably tie that up. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just let it do its thing. Like this needs tied up here. Let's see. Looks like I got a little baby there starting. Quite a few flowers. This looks like, yep, little baby mater there and there. I cannot remember what varieties these are, so don't ask. I'm terrible at like labeling once they're in the ground. And it doesn't matter to me really. Lots of flowers. Oh, look. More tomatoes. I love tomatoes. They're like my favorite thing to grow. I probably say that every single time, but I can't help myself. Yeah, this is my my garden jungle right here. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Can you see it? No. Look at that. Ah, love it. So exciting. Oh my gosh, there's so many. So many. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, that must have been a tomato seed from last year. And it finally decided to grow. It's not going to get big enough, I can guarantee it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that these are Cherokee purple tomatoes. There's the wild tomato jungle, and I love it. All right, so now I'm going to talk about what I had mentioned in the front yard garden about the bug damage and why a lot of people don't agree with the way that I garden, and that's fine. The great thing about gardening is everyone has their own way of doing it, and in my opinion, there's no right or wrong way to do it as long as you're trying to grow food and as long as you are learning and you're not doing like the same stuff over and over. Now, in my garden, I don't mind if they want to eat some of the leaves. Most of the time, those come back anyway, like on my beans. It's really not a big deal to me. I believe that a healthy garden contains bugs, and if your garden doesn't have bugs, then you're not part of, you know, a thriving ecosystem. Now, again, this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. Either way, it makes no difference to me. You do what you want to do, have your opinions, and I'm gonna have mine. So, you know, there's things like BT, which is a bacteria or enzyme that kills. Now, I do not like the squash vine borer. Like I said earlier, I don't think any gardener does. And I've decided to not do any of that last year or this year. The bug damage on my cabbage, I'm just gonna let that one grow, because cabbage, I'm surprised that cabbage even made it this far. Where I live, cabbages and things like broccoli and cauliflower, I have to do those in the fall because they'll either get decimated by the cabbage moth, cabbage looper worm, or it just gets hot here so quick that they bolt. And to me, it's just kind of like a waste of garden space. So next week, actually, I am starting my fall brassicas, and I'm gonna be planting my carrots. I don't grow carrots in the spring. I've never had good luck. I always plant them in July, and then I harvest them all the way up until, I think last year I got my last carrot harvest in November, like right around Thanksgiving. And same for Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts here in Michigan where I live, it's zone 6A, sometimes it's 5B, depending on, you know, zones are weird. I was getting Brussels sprouts all the way until January. They tolerate freeze very well. And if there's snow on them, that snow like somehow insulates them. I was picking Brussels sprouts off and they were wonderful and delicious until January. So next week, like I said, I'm gonna be starting my broccoli, more cabbage, cauliflower, carrots, and Brussels sprouts to put out by the time my beans and stuff are done and the garlic and the onions come out, they will all have a space in the garden. So that's pretty exciting. So that's why a lot of people don't agree. They think that, you know, I'm just letting the bugs eat everything. Clearly I'm not. You know, before I started this YouTube channel, if you were following me on Facebook before, you clearly know that I get a lot of food out of my garden. And, you know, like I said, I don't mind. I think everyone should be able to eat, except for the squash vine borer. So, yeah. Anywho, that's my opinion and my take. And I don't care as long as you're trying to grow something. I don't care how you garden, and no one should. There should be no one telling you this is the only way to garden. I think that is very discouraging, and it doesn't make people want to grow their own food. So do what you feel, do what's right for you, do what works for you, and that is all at the end of the day that matters. So I hope you enjoyed this garden update. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking around if you watched the whole video. 4th of July is coming up in just a couple days. So that is one of my favorite holidays. I love it. That and Christmas are like my holidays. So I'm gonna be doing a video on our holiday menu. April and I are going to our local farmers market tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to get permission and see if I can do some video of our farmers market. It's amazing. They actually just redid it. It was at a different location all last year because they were like updating it and redoing some stuff, and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited to see what they've done with it. So again, thanks for watching. If you are a subscriber, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. If you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. Hit that like button on the video. It helps other people who might be interested see my videos. And leave me a comment if you would be so kind. So until next time, guys, abundance and blessings to you. Bye-bye.